Hi, in this short video I am going to go over the syllabus for Mile High Early Learning's Child Development Associate Training and Seminar, and this is the online cohort. So first and foremost, our dates are up here. We're going to start on Monday, February 4th, and we will end on Saturday, June 1st. Saturday, June 1st is actually going to be a seminar. In seminar, we are going to put together our portfolios and we are going to talk about next steps. So this is a really important piece to being successful in this training. So I'm going to ask that you guys set aside time on your calendars to have nothing planned for Saturday, June 1st. If for some reason this date doesn't work for you, please reach out to me ASAP so we can get some other things figured out. I do plan on meeting face-to-face since we are all in the Denver metro area, and you can plan to be at seminar from about 8:30 to 2. Next, if you want to take a look, I have listed all of my contact information on here. I would say that you can call me. This is my office phone number. However, I am out in the field a lot and don't always get to my phone. So if you have a question, an immediate need, your biggest bet is to probably, and your best bet is to probably just email me directly. You can also inbox me in Canvas, whatever you prefer. I'm usually pretty quick to respond, usually within 24 hours, sometimes even within the hour. The only note that I will make is that I do go to bed fairly early. So if you send me an email after 8:30 p.m., I wouldn't expect to get a response back until 6 a.m. the next morning. That's just an FYI that I like to throw out there. So there is technically no required text for this course. We will be giving you a CDA manual that you will be using more when you start the application process and doing your observation visit and taking the test, but it will be provided to you as a resource. All other reading is going to be provided to you in Canvas, which is our learning management system. So just be mindful of that. Up here is the course description. So we are providing you with 120 hours of training in 8 modules. Each module is broken up into 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks we will be going over a module and then moving on to the next module. You do have reading assignments and homework in each of these modules and in every week, and we'll talk about those when we get to the schedule. But the reason that we do that is that way we are providing you with that 15 hours of training. And if you read right here, it says each module consists of 15 hours of training, which includes online and practicum components. What you're really working to do during this training is put together your portfolio that you need in order to complete your verification visit. Something that we have rolled out recently is coaching. So if you feel like you might need some additional support outside of what we're doing online, go ahead and reach out to me and we will set you up with a coach who will either meet with you at your site or they will provide you with virtual coaching. They all have been trained in the CDA process. Some of them have facilitated it before, so they're super helpful when it comes to that. So if you think that you might want some additional support, go ahead and reach out to me and ask. Some of our instructor policies, I just ask that we have a respectful learning environment. We will be meeting in weekly Zooms, and during that time, we just need to make sure we're having respectful conversations. And also when we're participating in discussions online, please make sure we are also being respectful to each other. I also am going to ask that you are mindful of plagiarism. So the academic integrity statement means that your work needs to be your own work. Unfortunately, this has happened in the past where I've had some issues with students either copying other students and or taking things directly from the CDA manual and turning them into me. So just be mindful that you are working to create a CDA portfolio and that portfolio is yours and needs to be your own work. Attendance, this is an online class. I am expecting that you participate in all the activities online, including class discussions. However, we are going to have a weekly Zoom meeting and attendance is going to be mandatory. I was hoping that our weekly Zoom meetings could be held on Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30, but if for some reason that doesn't work, let's try to find a date that we can all agree on. I would like the Zoom meeting to be either in the middle of the week or earlier in the week, just because we will be reflecting upon the reading that is going on and then working to deepen your knowledge about the reading. So let's talk. We can start a discussion thread maybe about what would be best, but my goal is Wednesdays from 6:30 to 7:30. Late assignments and makeup policy, so you are turning things into me weekly. Usually it's about 2 to 3 things that you have due every week, so you really need to stay on top of it. However, I know that life happens, so if you need to turn in a late assignment, I'm usually pretty flexible as long as you're communicating with me. However, I would not recommend to make that common practice. If you get behind, then you're just tagging on to the work that you have to already turn in the following week, and it can really start to pile up. But that being said, if you need to turn something in late, please just reach out to me, and we'll talk, because candidates who fail to comply with the attendance policy, late assignment, or makeup policy are not going to receive a certificate of completion for the training. We are asking that you turn in work in APA format. Really for me, that just means 12-point Times New Roman and double spaced. We will have paper examples inside of Canvas. I'm more than happy to support with what this looks like for you. But yes, APA style is what we like. We want portfolios to look professional, and we get a lot of feedback that our portfolios do look professional. So if you have questions, go ahead and reach out to me and ask. If anybody thinks that they will need any type of accommodation, please let me know. We really work to try to make sure that everybody is successful in this course, in this training. And so yeah, just go ahead and reach out and let me know. The course requirements and evaluation. So as I stated before, we will be holding a weekly Zoom session. You're going to get 1 point for each session that you are in attendance for 16 points total. You need to have 16 points for participation in order to receive your certificate of training. If for some reason you cannot make it to a weekly Zoom meeting, you will have some makeup work required, and it's probably going to be a reading reflection, which just means more work for you to do. So I would really aim to try to be there every week for our weekly sessions. Discussion questions, we are going to participate in a weekly discussion question thread. I generally ask that you do a post and then respond to 2 peers, but since we have a small group, we will just be responding to 1 peer. Also note that we will not have a discussion question the very last week in this class. You will also be completing 6 competency statements over the course of this training. The competency statements are a reflection of the knowledge that you have learned throughout the week, and they are needed for your portfolio to kind of showcase that you have gotten the training that you need to complete the CDA process. We will talk about what competency statements look like, but this is one place where you're going to be wanting to use APA format. Your practicum experiences are going to be hands-on assignments that are relevant to each module. Sometimes they will be resource collection items, and those are things you need for your portfolio. Other times they might just be supplemental items that are just going to help you deepen your knowledge. Either way, you have 14 of those, and those are worth 28 points each. And lastly, we will have a bi-weekly check your knowledge quiz. So at the end of every module, you will take a quiz. They are worth 10 points each, so 1 point for each question in the module. We do this not to quiz you over the content, but we do this so that you can prepare to take a multiple choice exam. This is totally open book, open note, and I would highly recommend using your resource, your reading, the screencast that we'll talk about to answer these questions. If you note, almost everything in this class is worth 2 points. Really, it's set up to be pass or fail. You either did the assignment or you did not. That being said, you're aiming to try to get to 156 points total. Anything between 109 and 156 is passing. Anything under that is failing. If you do not pass, get in this point range, you will not receive a certificate of training. This is the schedule. So if you look, it says what week we are on, our topic, and then everything that is due. All assignments are due on Sunday of each week. So please note that. And each week you will have 2 to 3 assignments due on top of reading. So please, it's really important that you stay on top of the work in this class. If you look, you'll see some things that say resource collection item, and those are things that you will need for your portfolio. There's other things on here. I think you have something in Module 5 that just say practicum, and those are health, safety, and nutrition article reflections, and those things are not needed for your portfolio. So again, just to clarify, anything that says resource collection item is a must-do for your portfolio. Anything that just says practicum is just a supplemental item, but still important for you to learn and deepen your knowledge on the content that we're talking about in this class. I would recommend printing this syllabus and using it as a guide to follow along and check things off as you do. But every week inside of Canvas, I will have an agenda that walks you through what is due and when. So if you have any questions, go ahead and reach out. This is seminar, so like I said, we are aiming to hold seminar on Saturday, June 1st. During this time, we will be doing portfolio prep and content review. We will do a practice exam. We will talk about next steps, and we will review CS statements. As I stated in the beginning, this is the first time we have done this training completely online, so feedback as we go along will be necessary and so helpful to me as we continue to tailor this. But either way, I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys and working with you over the next 16 weeks. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thanks.